Hello everyone, it is Joe here from OmniPoke, the channel that brings you guys everything Pokemon. If you're looking for PTCGO codes, including the stuff from Lost Origin, make sure you check out the Potown store. You can get a 5% discount on your orders using that code OmniPoke. For today's video, we're going to be trying out one of the highest damage output one prize Pokemon in the format that can take full advantage of Mirage Gate, one of the big selling points of the Lost Box. I think a lot of people were excited about this combination, the Amazing Rare Reshiram doing that tasty 270 damage, but it hasn't really converted into any tournament results just yet. So we're going to try out today, look at the strengths and the weaknesses. Hopefully we can reach some one-hit KOs into some V-Star Pokemon and do a huge chunk into some V-Maxes. That's kind of the main idea here. I think the big downside of Reshiram is we have to juggle a lot of different energy types because our attack cost is Fire, Lightning, and Dark. So that can lead to some awkward Colressing, some awkward Comfeying at times. Some awkward prize cards can come into the mix, of course. So there are reasons to shy away from this sort of thing, but that's not to say that we can't still try it out and really take advantage of some of the big perks, and that is that we can one-hit KO V-Stars with one Zigzagoon ping, which you can see in the background there. And 280 is just a great number to be hitting in the game. Even if you're not scoring a knockout, the fact that we have Sableye to just do little sprinkles over the top and then can continue to sprinkle on other Pokemon just really helps out the deck as well. So yeah, huge damage output Pokemon. We're playing 2 copies of the Amazing Rare Reshiram, but then we still have the rest of the Lost Box suite. So we have the Comfeys, which we're going to be selecting throughout the game to fill up our Lost Zone to at least 7. Usually up to 10 as well, so we can use Sableye, 7 being the Mirage Gate, so that's obviously a huge deal for us and helps us cycle and see more cards. Cramorant, sort of that early game swing option with the 4 required in the Lost Zone to be able to attack with Spit innocently. We have the Sableye, the Lost Mine being the big old 10 in the Lost Zone, but allows us to sprinkle 12 counters, still a big card in the format. We have Snorlax, which again can be a big beneficiary of Mirage Gate, Thumping Snore doing 180. It can do really nice numbers, especially again into V-Stars. If you Spit innocently first, then go into a Thump, that can be a really big deal. Also, Thumping Snore can cleanly knock out Crobats or Luminions, and we are playing a boss in the deck list, so you can take advantage of that here. We have the Manaphy to protect ourselves from opposing Greninjas. Anything that plays Mirage Gate, in theory, could be doing it, not just Tina's. Just look at us, for example. We are playing the Water Energies. So you got to be safe than sorry and have the Manaphy around. And, of course, Palkia and Kyurem decks will play this as well. We have our own Greninja, which is going to really sort of stitch the deck together that little bit, because we are playing 11 energy total as well as training courts. So we're hoping to get additional cards throughout the game with this Greninja, but at the same time, it can also use Mirage Gate very nicely in order to launch that 1990, which is fantastic at dealing with lower hit point Pokemon, or again, setting things up for the likes of Snorlax or Reshiram or whatnot to come in and finish them off. So very, very strong option. And we are playing the Zigzagoon. It's very good in Lost Box mirrors when we want to make the most out of Lost Mine, but also very good alongside the Reshiram. So it's a core one of, really, to push us to that 280. That's kind of the big deal here. Onto the trainers then. I'm playing Hisuian heavy because we have some important one-offs. We have a couple Level Ball. I'm choosing this over Fog Crystal. Kind of a close call, to be honest. But I think the real kicker is that we have better access to the Manaphy and the Zig as and when we need them, which I think is a bit of a big deal, especially when we have Ordinary Rod rather than Clara. So Rod into Level or into Quick Ball to get back Manaphy when it's that important is sometimes very helpful if it's getting picked off by an opponent. But this could easily become Fog Crystal. It has the upside then of potentially being like retreat outs to more Comfeys or whatnot. But regardless, still very flexible, strong card alongside our Quick Balls and VIPs to give us lots of access to our Pokemon. Of course, we're going crazy with switch outs because we want to use Comfey as much as possible. So Quad Net, Quad Rope, 3 Switch Cart. Switch Cart actually a really helpful card for Reshiram as well, because we deal 60 to ourselves with this amazing Blaze, and if for some reason the opponent doesn't want to knock out our Reshiram, we can actually Switch Cart and come back in with a Reshiram and not knock ourselves out. So that's pretty handy there at the same time. And yeah, we have the Ordinary Rods in here over Clara's because we want to have Mirage Gate online, and with our crazy energy counts, 2-2, 2-2, and 3, you often need the help of Ordinary Rod to be able to get full value from the Mirage Gate to actually launch an amazing Blaze. That's kind of the idea. We also have Raihans to help us get there. This can obviously cherry pick Mirage Gate or Rod or whatever piece we're missing, as well as providing acceleration. It can be handy for Greninja, it can be handy for Snorlax, that sort of thing. So really banking energies in the discard pile is one of the best places for them, to be honest, to make full advantage of Training Court, Raihan and Rod. That's a really good thing to have available to us. So yeah, really wacky deck, and we're hoping we can make the most out of it. I think it's still kind of on the fringes, but it has some tasty damage output that keeps luring me back into trying the deck out. I think it's always a fun puzzle to have. Certainly, you do get worried of using Flower Selecting and Colress before you've had a deck search, because if ever you hit any of your 2 of energies, of which we play 4 copies, you start to sweat that little bit, because you don't want to get rid of any of them, to be honest. But sometimes you need to take other cards, so... let's see how the deck goes today. Should be a lot of fun because we're kind of combo-y. We're kind of a dreamer today. So we'll see how this all comes along. As the opponent is going to get to begin the game, we have a really good hand for going second though. We have a Colress and a VIP pass. Really happy to see it. Already have a couple switch cards developed. And looks like we're going to be in a mirror of sorts. Could be Tina, could be a 1-prize mirror. Seeing Capture makes me think it's Giratina. As they throw away a switch card with their first Flower Selecting. Also see Radiant Greninja, which makes me think even more that it's Giratina. So happy that the Manaphy is established early. We'll see a net for the Comfey. And then a rope. They could have... Could they have done this smarter? No. Alright, they're also going to throw away a water, and as expected, there is a Giratina V coming into play here. We will start with the VIP pass. And with the switch cards that we have... I would really like... Because I've only got 1 Cram, I think it's responsible to get this out early. I can see a lot more cards if I just go Comfey Greninja as well, if Chorus gets me any energy. I could go double Comfey as well. If I get double Comfey, I have to hit a Quick Ball or a VIP. I've just played a VIP, and there's 1 Quick Ball prized. Let's check our energy out. We have to take Fire, and we have to take Psychic. That's also really yucky. Oh, man. Okay, let's go like this. Have to take Fire, have to take Psychic. Okay. Have to take Psychic. Have to take Comfey. Sableye's so good in Mirror, but I don't have the switch cards, right? I need to switch once, select, switch again. So we have to sacrifice a Sableye. We do play 2, of course, and we have Rods. But it's a real shame to say goodbye to 1. But it is what it is. I will rope first. And select. I have both Reshi. I'm allowed to get rid of Dark, though. Either way reveals kind of what I'm playing a little bit. I think I just get rid of a Reshiram. We play 2 and Hisuian, so we're really allowed. We have a lot of license to do this. I will rope again. And we'll take VIP here. That's going to allow me to draw some cards with Greninja, which I'm very happy about. And I think I just want to develop Lax, because if I'm going Cram hit, I want Lax to be available to get me to Mirage Gate KO. Let's throw away Psychic. Love getting that in the discard pile for Raihan and whatever else. There is Raihan, speak of. And I have the option of Switch Cart or just Attach Retreat Cram. And I think I prefer Attach Retreat Cram for now. The attachment could go onto the Lax, I guess, in theory, or I could hold the energy for more Greninja draw. But I think I'm more or less happy with this line here. We pass things back over to our opponent, who's only got 2 in the Lost Zone so far. And they have the mission of moving the Giratina. So they are playing Switch Carts. This was in the top 4 list. Switch Carts is a small min-maxing to regular switches in Giratina. And it's going to pay dividends at the moment, to be fair. Puts them out of range of another Cram hit. When they V-Star up, they're out of range of a Snorlax hit. So, very clever include. The opponent currently at 3 in the Lost Zone. Actually going to see a Marnie. So a real possibility that they don't launch a Cram attack here. They have to find Comfey Switch card. Alright, well there's Comfey. Tina, kind of known for playing less switch outs. They normally play 2, 2, and 4. They will throw away a Gate here. And yeah, they actually end up passing, which is obviously so good for us. Let's Greninja. The hand's really not great. I could just knock out their Cram, honestly, because I want these Comfeys around for my Greninja later. It might help them get to 7, though. It would be so easy for them to get to 7 just off of a Colress regardless, though. Do I save this boss for potential Luminion KOs, as well as the other thing I'm thinking here? It's a very good... I think we're far enough ahead to just take the prize. We're like an attacker and a half ahead of them right now. Both dark in the discard pile. Okay. Not only psychic in the discard pile right now. Okay. Alright, so Colress does mean that with a flower selecting, they'll get to Mirage Gate. We're obviously blocking Moonlight Shuriken right now. But they can easily come in and Cram hits here. They could also, if they play Snorlax, try and make a play there. We will see an Air Balloon and an Energy onto Greninja. And it's going to be some Cram on Cram. Yeah, okay. So, I definitely want to thin out a card. I really want to get towards Mirage Gate here. Especially because I've just picked up a Water Energy. If I get to Mirage Gate, I'll be in such good shape. Let's toss away a Fire. Ooh, Raihan not quite good enough just yet. But if I find more switch outs, it could be enough. There's a Rope. Let's play the Rope. Let's Flower Select. Not much help with that one. So I could be going... let's burn this as well while we're at it. It's actually not even a burn, it's a take. So I don't mind just going Air Balloon, Raihan to Lax. Oh no, I have to move this guy out of the way. So I could Balloon Boss if I really wanted to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't mind bossing Comfey. I know it's a great thing for me to sprinkle with Sable later, but it might be the best line. I could also just take out their Cram. We're actually, you know, we're spoiled for choice right now, to be honest. I definitely like swinging energy here. I guess I could Raihan for rope. Oh no, I can't. I'm out of ropes. So I guess I am forced into the boss line. And I guess I'll keep this around, the Comfey around for Sable Sprinkle. So let's just do this. It's a shame we weren't able to find a Colress there to really unlock the door for our turn. Taking a random order, but hey ho. Right, gonna see Quick Ball getting rid of Comfey. It's going to be a Zigzagoon, so they might be eyeing up a Sable play here. They're at 7 in the zone right now, 8 with Comfey, 9, 10 with Colress. Going to see Rodding back, Cram, and a couple energy. And then the Colress afterwards, so they're actually looking for the Cram, or for energy, for concealed cards. I presume. This Comfey will get them to 10. Get rid of a capture. They are going to Luminion, but we have just played Boss, which is a bit of a shame, because Thumping Snore can punish this so freaking hard. It's going to be Roxanne. We're not quite there yet, but here we are. Now we'll see a Mirage Gate. Ah, so they're attacking with the fish. Not too sure about this one. They are going to Aqua Return. Are they going into the deck? Yeah, they have to because of the Snorlax rates. They're going back into Greninja. We're at 3, 4, 5, 6. So I still really need to find that Colress. Mirage Gate's unlocked now though, which is really cool. With this flower selecting. And that's an easy enough choice. Now then, I have Ordinary Rod, so I can always correct whatever goes wrong with flower selecting and whatnot, and I have the Switch Carts. Still missing Colress. So I'm not going to be able to Sableye. This gets us to 8. So I might be laxing through this guy just with Raihan. And then I keep the next Raihan in hand. We know we're getting Roxanne, so I need to try and build a board state that's robust against it. I can gate to a Reshiram and make life awkward for them. With Rod. And I can attach as well. So let's... oh no, I have to attach to Snorlax, of course. Oh, but I could gate to Lax and put one on Reshiram as well. So yeah, let's do it like this. Let's gate to both. We have the water energy in here and the lightning. Lightning goes here. Water goes here. Court bounces the one-off path. I can't imagine they play more than one. I can take a fire. Oh no, I've prized fire, haven't I? So I should take dark. Attach dark for turn. Bin off water. I'm actually pretty upset I drew these cards because, well, I guess it doesn't matter if I'm getting Roxanne. I was thinking about Marnie, but I'm getting Roxed anyway, right? So there's the Thump ready to rumble. And do I want to Rod back anything? No, because I have the Training Court established. So let's just Thump. Now, I think the biggest punish here is if the opponent can go Sableye, Zigzag, take a couple KOs whilst I stay napping, and the Roxanne just kind of gets us. I think that's where it can all go awry. They almost certainly have to Roxanne here, though, right? From where they're sitting, they kind of have to, surely. Could see an energy to the fresh Tina. Quick Ball. So they're not using Sableye unless they're Mirage Gating to it. They haven't got rid of their Sableye, no. I'd have thought Sableye and Zig Ping is one of their strongest options, but maybe they're afraid of our Greninja if they put a Zigzagoon down and a Sableye down. It is an avenue for us to punish them. Alright, they're going to ping Reshiram for some reason. Not too sure about that one. They're putting it in range of a Cramorant hit later. But that can't be an issue for us now, surely. They're going to Training Court, then Rocks. Some strange sequencing. They just -1 themselves. I guess they put a Psyche in the deck in case they draw Court. In case they draw Gate, I mean. Alright, we will see a Mirage Gate. And the V-Star. And they're going to boot this Snorlax. Okay, really not bad for us. Really not bad for us. So Colress gets us to 10. I want a Greninja first. Definitely don't want Lightning, because it's already in play. Okay, Zig means we have KO. So now we're just thinning things that aren't useless. Colress certainly isn't useless. I think Gates are useless at this point, because I can Sable for game, right? Just making sure they're out of nets to deny my one prize KO. So let's do this. Let's grab back our fire that's in here. Zig Ping. Let's Flower Select. Definitely want Sableye. Let's Flower Select. Rod seems reasonable. And I think we're just gonna Amazing Blast here, or Blaze. We go down to 50 hit points, so they can do some Sableye shenanigans. They have to go through our Sableye, though. They have no way of doing anything else. So let's just Blaze. Do they play 2 Roxanne is my first question, because they can go Lumineon here. Some lists play double Rocks, but I think with Roxanne and Marnie both played, I'd be amazed if they have another Hand Disruptor. There's the fish. Yeah, just a Colress. I'm a lot less afraid of that. We've survived the hand disruption. Which means I'm really not afraid of much here. They're not dealing with our Sableye. Yeah, they're trying to get rid of the route to our Psychic Energy here. But it ain't enough. Alright, nice win against Tina there. They did miss an attack, so it felt way further ahead than we actually were. They could have... Actually, us using that... So if they actually had done that Cram attack turn 2, it would have been blocked out of our Reshi, right? Because they could set up a Zig Sprinkle play as an actual win con. Pretty convinced they prized their Sableye anyway, because they just weren't weaving it in at all. But... yeah, should have been more dicey for us if they'd actually been able to hit with Cram earlier. But it is what it is. They play way less switch outs than our build and other one prize lost boxes, so can't give them credit for always having it. Let's up going second again with a much more awkward hand. At least we have Colress though. And the opponent, again, is going to be playing some sort of lost box. They are playing Greninja, so it could be another Tina. Yeah, it is Giratina again. Okay. Let's see how it goes this time around. Opponent with a very strong start. We are blind Colressing without knowing the consequences of our actions. Just how I like it. Okay. Well, luckily the one energy we found was our 3 of. So we are allowed to Lost Zone 1 almost certainly. And at least we hit some very good targets here. Again, I've prized things I'd like. Oh, I've prized a lot of VIP, so I have to take the Cram again proactively. I hate this. Let's take Radiant Greninja instead now, because I have Level Ball outs in addition for Comfey. It feels really bad, but I think it's the best thing I can do here. I can always net Greninja if I want. Let's conceal. Okay, that's insanely good. let's be real. That's just ridiculous. Okay, we're gonna keep the Zig around. I'd rather net Comfeys, right? So let's do this. I want Colress for next turn, no doubt. Let's net. Oh man, I didn't check my energies from the opening search. Getting punished. Let's take an energy. That's pretty silly of me. They're really important to check as well. What a dingbat I am. Okay. Let's just balloon and think about what we've done. I am not too worried about having that Shuriken, especially if I'm dealing with a Comfey. I think I prefer committing Balloon to paying Retreat here. I don't mind banking an energy on a Greninja. Lets him know that I'm here. Lets him know that it's in my thoughts. And I suppose if I'm not afraid of Greninja, there's no reason for me to not bench Comfey here. So even with a Colress, they would still require an in and out selecting dance this turn, so we'll need a lot. Yeah, they just have nothing. Their start looked good, but it didn't follow through, so let's get a final game today. And hopefully come up against the new opponents. Seeing this much Tina on the ladder isn't too surprising. It's quite good into the first and second place lists over the weekend. It's not the best into Regis, though, unless you're teching. Maybe they're teching. Is Tina evolving? Let's see. And let's remember to prize check this time. It's so vital to prize check in Lost Box in general. But in this list, it's criminal not to. What a fool I've been. Right. We have a bust start here. VIP Colress start the Comfey. Oh, that's me right now. Munching through this hand. Okay. So, again, we see Snorlax, so it could be another Tina. It could be another Lost Box of sorts. The opponent's hand is clearly good if they're getting rid of Comfey, and it's capture, so it's another Tina, I think. We're in the Tina ladder, I believe. And they're getting off to a good start. Yeah, to no one's surprise. Well, we're going to know the Tina matchup inside and out. That's always fun. Right, so with the Level Ball top deck, I'm pretty happy going... Oh, I was going to go Greninja, but it's prized, so we will avoid that, I guess. And I'm going to Level Ball for Manaphy then. Because their start was so good, I have to respect the opportunity that they have to gate early. I've once again not searched my deck like a fool. After saying it was criminal. This is hilarious. Right. One of these days I'll learn my lesson. See, you know, I'm just not allowed to not. I'm just not allowed to not take it. It feels so bad. It feels so wrong. But this is my punishment for not checking my deck. So let's do this. I definitely want to pay retreat and not rope and just deny their Comfeys. That's a very sad flower selecting. Let's bank a Psychic in the discard pile, I think. probably the best thing I can do. Bank Psychic. What do we think about that? Yeah, probably the best thing I can do. We're at 4, aren't we? Let's not throw that opportunity away. And we will just come out swinging. Would really, even with Hisuian heavy in the deck, I'd still love to pull a Greninja here. Raihan's not a bad pickup. Might let me search my deck. I'm such a troll. What's going on? What am I doing? Literally so many important 1-of and 2-ofs. Just in my own world, just clicking glowing cards, you know. Must be nice. Okay, we are seeing a Snorlax. So this is one of the tech cards that definitely makes this harder for us, because he's a chunky boy. We need to thump his thump to get rid of the thump. You see how that works? Snorlax eats Snorlax. He is a cannibal. The opponent's at 5 in the zone right now. We will see a net for Greninja to draw more. And we'll see an Ultra Ball now. I imagine if they're not up there, they'll just cram us. Yeah. They're just going to cram. Seems like a play. Alright. Ah, Hisuian. Great timing. Let's get that frog out of here. And let's see what's prized. So Dark Energy is the only one I'm not allowed to zone. And I also have a Rod prized. Okay, Dark Energy. Dark Energy and... Rod. Okay. Let's conceal a fire. And let's Colress. Definitely need Thumper. Definitely need Gate. I have the other Reshi in hand, so I'm kind of liking this. Let's Flower Select. More Gates. I'm allowed to zone a water, because none are in there yet. So that's allowed. Now Gate is open for me. I don't want to use Greninja yet. I don't want to Thump just yet. It makes me quite weak to Hand Disruption, is the only thing. So I could retreat, Cram, and Gate Lax just for 2. I don't mind that, honestly. Plays around Hand Disruption, which we know they do run. So the thing I'm meant to keep in deck is definitely the Water Energy. So I think I just get more Fire and Lightning in the mix. Definitely the Lightning. Maybe it's the Psychic as well. By keeping this in the mix, it means I can burst my Reshiram next turn if I'm not Hand Disrupted. Which means I'm retreating with Water Energy. And just cramming this turn. Not bad, not bad. Could be better, but we're getting to that range where the deck really starts popping off. VIP, definitely the worst prize we'd have taken. We will see a Colress from them, so we get to keep our Joyous Hand, which is great. It might mean we get to 7. It means we get to 10 next turn with Sableye as well. If I want it. We will see a Tina come down now as well. There are 8 in the zone, so Mirage Gate's open. It's going on to Tina. Training Court opening up is really cool for us. Does a lot to help us out. We'll see more gates opening. Just for the 1, and then the pay retreats. And it's going to be a Tina swing, which is great for us, because we kept the lightning, so I can just burst a Reshiram on him, which is just insane. You activated my trap card. Let's see a couple more from Greninja before deciding what supporter we want to play. Let's select before I decide on what supporter I want to play. Nice. Okay. So I think, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I don't mind just Raihanning to Lax here. Raihan Lax, just take Rod to hand. Makes the most out of our next Mirage Gate activation. But we do get to jump ahead 2 prizes. We are offering up again. Reshiram becomes this this fragile little 60 hit point boyo, so they can cash in with their Sableye to try and get the most out of it. But the good news is I've already got a thump lined up for no matter what he does. I have the option to Greninja right now if I'm not hand disrupted again. I have to imagine they got to look towards Roxanne here, though. There, how many gates down? 3? 2. We'll see the switch into the Cram. The vacuum, getting rid of Stadium? No, get rid of our balloon. Okay. And the Stadium mounts. This is nice. This is a good Roxanne. The Stadium to shut down Greninja and the Roxanne. Looking good here. We did pretty well, let's be fair. There's the next gate. And Reshiram isn't punished to the full by Sableye Sprinkles, so that's something I'm pretty happy about. That boss is also really, really good for us. Because I definitely want to thump his thump. Oh my goodness, those have been such good selects. Let's net. And thump his thump. Get that a little bit closer. Now they probably need to get their last Tina and last Mirage Gate. They have a Colress. They have almost access to their entire deck, to be fair now. Let's see how they can do this. Do they have a way to get through the lax? Well, here's Tina. Tina Rod Final Gate. Do they have energy to go with it? I guess they wouldn't do it otherwise. Oh, they could V-Star Power? Oh, no, they can't because they've just benched it. What am I talking about? Let me see. One more select. There's the energy for Tina. There's the net. And it's just going to be a shred KO. So I think our best route is to just Sableye here, but we will need some help from selects. Switch Cart, not bad. Okay, that's pretty nutty. I'd be surprised if we can't find game from this. Training Court, good. Net's definitely good. What does Rod do for me? Rod gets me back Cram, which isn't game in any way because they can always block with Greninja unless I Zig ping stuff. But Rod can get me... kind of need to take the Rod with the amount of energy in my bin, right? So am I taking the net is the real question now. It gives me just so many dives into the deck. I probably should be trying to win this turn because I can lose next turn if I don't because I have so many 70 hit point things. How many nets do they have left? Oh, maybe I can't lose next turn. So if I can't lose, I should just take this. Saying that I have 2 turns to win. Because they can't double Zig me because they've got rid of 4 nets. Let's play the rope. Oh, they gave us Cram. Now I can win with Ordinary Rod, hitting Cram. That was pretty sus from them. Do I want any energy back? Probably shouldn't, right? Because they're useless draws. Let's take this. Switch Cart means I can still hit Cram for game. And that's Cram for game, right? Because I can Training Court retreats. That's the right one. I could have Sableyed as well. Because I have the rope. So I had a few ways to do it. So it didn't matter what he actually promoted here. Whew. Even if we whiffed that turn, they, like I said, because they were 4 nets down, they could only Zig Sable and take 1 prize anyway. They didn't have enough for double. And post Roxanne, I think we probably get there. Maybe a second Roxanne does us in, but yeah, we were farming Tina. And if you want to do that, maybe this is the deck for you. It's actually still close against Tina, but yeah, it's a lot of resource managing. Please check your prize cards more than I did today, because these are so important. And having the license to Lost Zone each of these 2 obs gives you so much more license to keep important stuff. Luckily, they were not up against the most crucial card, but if they're coming up against other like one-off Pokemon and whatnot, you really need that information. So don't be a dingbat like me. Learn from my mistakes. And yeah, let me know what you think about Amazing Reshiram. I'll hear all down below. Thanks for watching. Cheers.